Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to read you a story called Ruby's Worry. Some of you might have already listened to this story before, but I thought I would do this for the whole school, and I will put a picture on of this. So it's in my year 2 work pack, so if you're in year 2 you've got this in your work pack. There's just some little activities to go alongside this book if you would like to do something after you've listened to it. Okay, so we're going to get on with and read this now. Okay, it's called Ruby's Worry, and the author is Tom Percival. And I think some people, we might have read books by him before. I know there's 2 at the back which I think I'm going to buy, called Perfectly Norman and Ravi's Raw. I think I'd also like to read, I think he does The Lion Inside, doesn't he? Okay, let's have a look at this book then. Okay, it says at the start here, Dear reader, this is a book about a girl who can't get rid of a worry. Everyone worries about things from time to time, and it can be hard to stop. Even though we can't see our worries like Ruby can, they're here with us. Ignoring them can sometimes make them worse. So here are a few questions to ask yourself when you think you have a worry stuck with you. What am I feeling? Sad, angry, anxious, all 3? What could be causing me to feel this way? Who can I talk to about it? No matter what you're feeling, remember that it always helps to talk about it. Be open, be honest, and be you. And that says, Love, Tom. So that's the author of the story. He wrote that letter to all of us readers. Okay, it's always important to talk about anything that you're feeling worried about. Ruby loved being Ruby. I'm trying. Okay. She loved to swing up high and loved to explore. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. That's her worry there. See it? It's just a little yellow dot. It wasn't very big. It's not very big at all, is it? It's just a little worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a bit bigger. So on this one here, it's really small, but then over here, it's a lot bigger. So her worry is growing. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. That's not good, is it? The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, so Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. Look, can you see her there? She's ignoring it. She's sat at school and she's ignoring that worry. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realise, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. What's the worst thing you can do with a worry? She was worrying about it. She was worrying about the worry, making the worry even worse. Now the worry was enormous. Look at it here, it's enormous now. It could barely fit in the kitchen at tea time. It filled up half of the school bus. She's on the bus, it's on the school bus with her. And it took up all the rows in the cinemas. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting all alone at the park. He looked how she felt. Can you see him? Like that. Then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Look. It's a worry bubble around him, isn't it? Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and he told her the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Look there. So can you see the boy there? He's sitting there with Ruby, and look at his worry. His worry has got smaller because he has shared his worry with Ruby. I wonder what might happen to Ruby's worry if she shares some of her Ruby worry with the boy. Maybe her worry might shrink as well. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Look at her. She looks so happy, doesn't she? Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever got to worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. Because we all get worries, don't we? And worries always start off small, but if we don't talk about them, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And some of us might be feeling a little bit worried because we're not in school and because we'll be coming back to school at some point. So some of us might be feeling a little bit worried about that, or you're worried about getting on with your work at home and you're finding it difficult. But as long as you're talking to your teacher or anybody in school at all, it's always so good to talk about our worries and our feelings because it just helps us and it helps those worries. They don't always go away completely, but somebody knows that you might be feeling worried about something. Okay, so here we have got some different activities that we can do, okay, to go alongside this book. You could write a letter to Ruby and see if you can give her some advice on how she can manage her worries. You could create your own worry. What shape is it? What colour? Is it big? Is it small? It can be 2D or 3D. Perhaps you could give it a name. Create a mind map of things that make you feel happy and you love to do. Label them if you can. So you could create a mind map. Things that make you happy in the middle, and then have lots of things coming off it that make you feel happy. And then you could share those all over WeDuck. You could draw a picture of a place that you like to go and makes you feel happy and write about your special place. Have a go at using different colours to explore your emotions. What colour might you use for angry or sad? So I know some people might have read the Colour Monster book. That Colour Monster has lots of different feelings that are represented by colour, aren't they? You could have some mindfulness time, which is some colouring, and just do some lovely relaxing. Can you write, this is a good one, I like this one. Can you write 5 positive statements about yourselves? Okay. 5 things that you are good at. I would like teachers to do this too. I'd like all the teachers to do this in school too. Write 5 things that you are good at. Okay. I think it's really hard sometimes to think of something that you're good at. Some people, that's quite hard quality to have that one. Saying things that you are good at, but to really believe in yourself with that one. Okay. I cannot wait to see what activity you decide to do with this. I'm going to take a picture of this and share this page as well on WeDuck. I can't wait to see all the work that we do all across Atlas, and maybe we could have like a a display in school with Ruby's Worry, and then all the work that we do at Atlas. So you could even do the work, take a picture of it, but you could also send it in with when you come collect your next work pack on Wednesday. That would be amazing if you could do that, because we'd love seeing all positive things in our school at the moment and for when we get ready to come back. Have a lovely day, everybody, and I hope you all had a lovely half term as well, and I shall see you all soon. Bye.